Hello guys, welcome back. Sothonan here. This is the Daily Grind. This is Saint Seiya Awakening, the Chinese server version, the original one that is way ahead of the Awakening. And this is 8 cents farming. I just wanted to show you guys because some people are questioning whether or not my strategy for storing energy works out or not. Well, so far I have invested 1200 energy into this so far, and I'm about to finish in a couple more runs. And this is just the standard and minimum. You're going to be running events like this at 4 times the stamina. Every time I face this boss in particular, it costs me 120 energy because I am using a, a buff that uses 4 times the energy for 4 times the prices. It's the same principle of the 2x that is currently available in Awakening. Later on, we will have a 4 time stamina buff. And you pretty much have to run this and Elemental Temple for Cosmos in this many times, like 1200 energy or 2400 energy, or you're not going to be doing anything. So you have to store energy so you can sit down and do this, do 10 runs or 20 runs in a single day because cosmos are segmented for days. And if you're chasing the perfect cosmos for PvP, you're going to have dozens of the damn things because you are going to be upgrading stuff non-stop. Later on, money is not a problem, experience is not a problem. You're going to run out of C cards. So I'm going to stop this right now. And let's go check if I can upgrade because this video is really about cool kick-ass Shaka. I refuse to call him Mariah Shiki. I'm not that big of a weeaboo. So let's go into 8 cents, and yeah, I have just enough 8 cents to maximize his attacking power or just bring some HP and resistances up. So I have to make a hard call. Oh, by the way, the final upgrades cost a ton. What you're seeing here is actually 1 billion, 1,000 million experience points. They ran out of zeros. It's very complex. Like I can bring a character from rank 2 to 4 and that number is not going to change at all. It's just going to go down if I bring a character from 40 to 70. And I'm undecided. I'm gonna go with this one. Yeah, because I'm lacking attacking power so far. And in a couple of days, I have to run all of this again. Another 1200 stamina points to bring these two to upgrade 4 at the same time because that's extra life that this guy is missing. These are the stats of Ayala, Kick-Ass, Cool Shaka. He's a middle ground speed character at 304 base, and this is what's keeping me from being PvP worthy in the Chinese version. You see here we have a race for damage and speed. If your characters are not breaking at least 470 speed, they are considered slow. Like I have seen Pegasus, Divine Pegasus, with over 650 total speed. Normal Saga, because now there's two versions of Saga, Saga and Evil Saga. Normal Saga, the one that was just in a banner in Awakening, can break 570 speed because of Cosmos equipped. And this is because of this. This Shaka, this cool Shaka, the 8 cents one, that is going to be released later. But if you're watching this, maybe you're playing the Chinese version and you want to know how to equip him because he has kicked your ass. Well, this is why. This Shaka is low. Aside from me not having skilled him up yet, because I used the skill books on Divine Pegasus, his HP should be around 40,000 HP, and mine is just quote unquote 30k. His attacking power is just barely above 9,000 when it should be around 12,000 Cosmo attack points. And that's entry point for being PvP worthy, and his speed should be at least 500. Anything below is going to be dead meat whenever he's facing a Divine Pegasus or even a Cannon. Cannon of the Sea Dragon is faster than this Shaka, so Shaka has to go before him just to be able to survive, because being such a powerful character that has AoE, he's a prime target for control tunes. So you have to bring your Shakas up in speed. Like you say, well, 500 is just too much. They can't be that fast. Yeah, I'm gonna show you why. You have to look for Cosmos that have, well, the perfect Cosmos should look like this, but instead of just 3 substats, it should have 6 substats. 3 of those substats should be Cosmo attack like this in percentage. All 3 of them. And they should be maximized at 3% each. Now, you do the math. There is 10 Cosmos that are equipable. If you have 9% in each one, that's a 90% increase in Cosmo power on top of what the Cosmos already gives you. This is a new Cosmos. I think it's called the Amulet. I don't know what the name in Chinese is. I just call them medals, but I think it's Amulet. For example, this is very bad. It gives you flat stat for Cosmo attack, and it gives you almost 10% each. So you have 3, and that's 30% increase in Cosmo attack just from the Cosmos, and 630 flat stat. But that's more like 1,000 effective, because 1/3 is added in the form of percentage. So you can, if you can make that 18% just on the red ones per Cosmos, that's 36, 52% increase should be your minimum Cosmo increase from the red Cosmos. The rest you can divide how you like, but I have seen people that have looked for and upgraded 3 speed stats on these Cosmos, but 2 should be the minimum. Your perfect Cosmos should have 3 percentages for Cosmo attack, at least 2 speeds maximized, and this maxes I think at plus 20. So that's 40 speed, 60 speed just on the red Cosmos. 60 speed. Then the hummingbirds also give flat stat for Cosmo attack. That's almost 800 extra flat numbers. And again, these Cosmos are not very good for me because I have some Cosmo percentage over there in defense that has made my Shaka very resilient, but he just doesn't have the firepower to survive at the higher echelon of PvP. So again, in this Cosmos, you have to chase for hummingbirds that have at least 3 slots of Cosmo stat maximized, and even though each gives 30 speed, you're also going to be looking for a speed substat into this thing. And if you can get some status resist here and there, that's golden. Not necessary, but it's cool. But you are only going to be looking for speed and Cosmo attack in the reds and the blues. Whatever you equip here, I brought defense because I need defense, but I'm looking for a Cosmos of this type that also gives me HP and extra Cosmo attack. But if you can get the speed substat on this one, get it. And here on the yellows, I think they're called the lunars. You can equip whatever defense, HP. I equip this thing because it gives Cosmo defense and HP that Shaka doesn't have. So I will be looking here at increasing. Oh, I'm missing one for plus 10. I have to upgrade this. Um, Defense, HP, and whatever. But if you can slot some speed in here, I also chose these ones because that upgrade is magical resistance, like more defense against magical attacks. Because most of the heavy tunes in the Chinese version, most people use magical attacks. I'm just going to call Cosmo Magic because that's a convention in fighting games. You have physical types and you have magic types. And there's no technology here, so there's no gadgeteers, there's no adventurers. So physical and magical, just so everybody can understand. So what you're seeing here is a very cool Shaka because I can clear a lot of stuff with him. He's very good for PvE. He is godlike in PvP, but he is going to be main target. Okay, so now we go over to his skills to tell you why he is such a powerhouse. His normal basic, he actually has two basics. His normal basic is kind of meh garbage, single target, maximum damage is 100%, but it has a second mode that turns into an AoE, and I'm going to explain that in a bit. Now there's the pool of blood. This is punishment for those that dare to talk back to Shaka. If you watch the anime series, you must remember that in the Temple of Virgo, the Phoenix Iki faced Shaka, and Shaka manifested a physical pool of blood that was burning the phoenix and stuff like that. This is the same principle. It's just a colored effect that goes below the target, but it works like this. If any ally dies when this thing has been casted, the guy that is standing on top of the pool of blood receives magical damage, and it's a heavy hit that starts at 320% whatever magical rating Shaka has. And that's why you have to bring this guy over 10k magical power, because he can sometimes one-shot people that you get one of your allies killed, and then Shaka is going to kill the guy that finished your ally or the guy in your team. And it maxes out at 480%. This is crazy. Like, this is why he can one-shot people. I have seen this thing hit for maybe 60, 70k points of damage, even considering the damage reductions and stuff like that. It's just crazy. This is why I sometimes come across as kind of an asshole, because I tell people, just don't invest in normal Shaka. Shitty Shaka is bad. He doesn't do anything for your team. He lacks utility. Oh, well, no, muting is a very powerful debuff. Yeah, but you know what? Here's the thing, here's why normal shitty Shaka stopped being a thing. Ayala has this passive, this meditation and cleansing. Every time Ayala gets a turn, he lifts his rosary above his head and he cleanses debuffs at random that are casted on your entire team, even on him. So if he has silence, if he has a slowdown, if anybody on his team has any kind of portable debuff that is not the another dimension, the golden triangle, and is not tied by the chains of Andromeda, anything can be dispelled. And every time, for every debuff that he cleanses, because it's not 100%, he's not going to clear everything, but for every buff that he cleanses, he starts getting 1% attacking power that can stack up to 5 times. That is, he can clear from 1 to 5 debuffs in a single turn whenever he gets a turn. So he starts getting 5% of whatever magical power he already has. But you can increase this to 5% for every debuff that he cleanses, and it can stack 9 times. So he can get 45% increase in his magical attack power every time his team is debuffed. Even if he is silenced, he can clear silence from himself. And that's why you don't see the Nero Priest and Shaka anymore, any longer. You just have to bring this guy and Athena, and nobody can silence you. That's why Sean, the Andromeda Saint, is still viable at high-end PvP. And this is the big one. This is his 7th sense. Shaka meditates. This is the Demon Hunter, or if I recall correctly, the Rei Samsara, I think it was called in the anime. But he does this when the Hades specters arrive at his temple in Sanctuary, and he kills several at the same time. Shaka brings his palms together, meditates, and explodes the power of Buddha in an AoE attack that has a 2-turn cooldown that starts at 220% of his Cosmo attack power and ends up at 260% of his attack power. But here's the cool thing. You use this, it's a 4 energy thing. Cool Shaka is very energy hungry. You use this AoE, and then his basic becomes the Palm of Buddha. That's a free AoE attack that has at his starting power 110% of whatever magical power rating Ayala has. And if you rank this up to level 5, that's 150% of the Cosmo attack that this guy has. So I have this basic can hit AoE for maybe 8 to 9k power if you don't have any bonus on top of Shaka. So let's bring him into action to the trial. I made a video before showing you how he clears the trial. I have gone up a couple of floors, so now enemies are more resilient. So maybe you can actually see him in action. Okay, this is the crown girl. I don't care. Let's go into the training hall. This works for PvP too. If you run into a team that cannot be defeated with this team composition, that means that you had no business fighting that fight. If your Shaka doesn't go before the enemy June, your Shaka is too slow. That's all there is to it. Like here, I think I'm even outpaced Nachi. You have to bring Kiki, Luna, Ayala, and you bring a double turn. You give double turn to him. Let's slow down this a little, just so you can watch. Um, it has to be in this order because you are going to exploit the fact that Shaka gets a double AoE for free. Well, not for free because it's for energy. Of course, if they ban your Kiki, you are SOL. If they ban your Luna, you are almost SOL. And that's why you have to bring somebody after Shaka that is also very, very fast. Um, oh, the lag is unbearable. Okay, let's do this normal speed. You give energy, double turn to Shaka. Shaka uses his AoE. You can program him to use the meditation, and then he strikes with a basic. And there you go. If the team you are facing on Galaxy Duel or in Sacred Duel, in Sacred Duel, you're going to find more teams that can actually survive the initial combo because you're lacking Cosmos in Sacred Duel. But on Galaxy, you can pretty much use this to cheese. Like, you're only going to lose to Divine Pegasus and maybe a faster Shaka that is also running this particular setup. Like, that one is faster than my Shaka. I don't know what's the point of putting both Shakas together, but uh, that guy is having fun. I can tell from here. Look at how chunky that Shaka is. Like, this guy is going nuts. 30k. No, but he has a ton of resistances. That legendary Cosmos he has. Oh, he almost killed my team. See, this is the thing. If the other guys can withstand the initial onslaught of two AoEs, and they have more than one guy standing, be prepared to run and always be prepared to lose that match. Because that means your Shaka is not powerful enough. You can keep upgrading him. Like, I still have several upgrades that I can run for extra power. I can still get some extra 8 cents magical power. Uh, but if they end up with more than 1/3 health or 1/5 health, that means they can pretty much still kick your ass if you don't bring somebody heavy after Shaka to kill them. Like, this is a nightmare. Um, but it's mostly designed, that other theme is designed to outpace most, but that Shaka is just too slow. Oh no, he's faster than I. Oh, and his Shaka casted the pool of blood under mine. So let's see if I get killed. No, they're still standing. That's why your Shaka has to be faster than their Jun. You have to bring more speed. You have to keep the enemy from setting up that cheese with Jun. You're also cheesing, but you're fighting cheese with cheese, so they can whine. And the thing here is, if you survive their counter strike, like this, let's hope it doesn't kill me. I'm gonna do first an AoE basic, and then, oh, I didn't get it. I'm in trouble. I have to turn to manual. I have to bring their Shaka out. Golden triangle. I thought my Luna had been able to give one last double turn to my Shaka. I see that was not the case. Yeah, that's the counter strike. And I'm toast. I'm so dead. Ah, forgive me. Okay, so the video is running long. Let's just try a last one. Should have switched to manual earlier to try and fix that stuff. But that's what I'm telling you. You have to be faster. That Shaka was faster than mine, so he was able to set up a pool of blood under mine. And her June was also very fast. And even his Luna was way faster than mine. I'm gonna get petrified here with that algol. Okay, so I'm gonna set up. Ah, misclick. I was trying to kill Cassius. Alright, let's do this. I hope nothing stupid happens. Okay, but I'm faster than Algol, so I'm gonna be able to do this the next round. And I can also start explaining how canon works. Whenever you capture someone into the golden triangle, every magical damage you do to the teammates is going to get stored into the triangle. If the guy inside the triangle dies when he is in another dimension like that, the triangle explodes and the extra damage goes to his teammates. Like, I'm saturating, somebody died outside. I'm just saturating that thing. Yeah, that guy is dead inside. If anybody had survived that last AoE, then the extra damage from the golden triangle was going to AoE all of them anyways. This is a heavy cheese composition that is not yet perfect because my tunes are way too slow to set it up. I could maybe try that here, but later. So, well, that was the Araya Shiki Shaka showcase that I promised you guys because you have been asking for that for like 3 or 4 days. But later on, I'm going to be doing one, or maybe after the summoning, I will be doing one for Canon of the Sea Dragon because he's also not very optimized. I just got him like a month and a half ago. I don't have full S Cosmos for him yet. So yeah, he's a work in progress, but he's faster than Ayala. Easily faster than Ayala. So you have to keep the lookout for him. And this guy is going to be very powerful in the beginning before Cool Shaka is released. He teams up, Canon teams up well with Phoenix, Firebird, and with a guy that I have seen that gets so much hate, Centaur Babel. These three guys, they go together like a house on fire. So tell me if you like the video. I will be making more of the characters you ask. specifically if I have them built already in the Chinese version. If not, I'm going to keep working on the Awakening ones. Uh, we can pretty much expect the next banner to be canon on Tuesday on the Awakening version because that was the release order for the original Chinese, except that we don't have all of the filler events. Um, there was a Halloween showcase, there was some Sea Generals stuff before Canon was released in the Chinese version, and after Canon, the other character that was available from the Sea Generals to finish the Sea Generals, but they were two separate banners, almost a month apart. It was this guy, Chrysaor of Krishna, from the Indian Ocean or something, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I read this thing. This is a pretty cool guy. In fact, he was my first ever S card in this game, and he carried me away. My first gold saint was Taurus or Leo, one of the two, or maybe the two together. But I got them like a month and a half after starting playing. So I actually started playing the Chinese version when this guy was released because he was the banner, and that's why I didn't have Canon before in this roster. Um, so maybe they will do another double whammy, just pull together all of the Sea Generals because the Sea Generals were released. Then we got another couple banners in the Chinese server, and then Poseidon came out. But these two guys go before Shaka. That's for certain. So, well, if you enjoyed the videos, leave a like, leave your comments, leave your questions when I have time, and as soon as possible, I will be answering your doubts and queries about the game. This is the daily grind, so we do this daily. Keep grinding on, and we'll be seeing each other the next time. Goodbye.